What up, guys? Episode 2 of The Counselor. Make sure to send any of your questions. DM me on IG. Let's get to the shits. Hey, LB, keep hustling. You're going to make it big one day. Much appreciated. Touchy subject for me. Everything in my life seems like it's falling apart. Just lost my job, my girl, and barely making ends meet. Honestly, my headspace has made me feel like giving up, to the point I feel like suicide is the only way to get rid of this feeling. I heard you speak a lot about it in one of your projects. Mainly in all of them. How did you overcome that feeling? You don't. You don't. It's perspective. Everything's perspective. Like for me, I come from being just in the most poorest of poor situations and just the worst situations, worst circumstances. So when you understand the perspective of, yeah, your life is shit, but it is also better than others, like what my perspective is of horrible, which is, you know, it is like, for example, coming from poverty and living from being homeless to welfare stamps. There's a lot worse going on in other countries. If you go to a third world country, go to Panama and go to the ghetto out there, you're gonna have a different perspective. It's all about perspective, patience. Things get better with time. It's very hard to say because for me, like it took a very long time. Like I was in the same mind space for years, like years. I do smoke quite a bit of weed to help me cope. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Like I smoke quite a bit of weed and that helps me just kind of mellow out so my headspace isn't always dark. But I would just say find something that can keep you entertained, like something you enjoy doing, whether like for me, little things like taking a walk to the bar and having a drink. That's not always the best thing, but it was like an outlet. I would go to the bar, I'd order a gin and tonic or just a whiskey, and I would just put my headphones in and I'd listen to 2 hours of music. And that would help me cope. So just find something that helps you cope. That's the best way to do it. Like, does that feeling ever go away? I don't know. I couldn't tell you. For me, it doesn't. Like, I'm probably in the best headspace I've been in right now in the last 4 years. But fuck, it took me a long time to get to this headspace now. That's why I can do these videos. I feel like the advice I can give is now worth, there's validity to it versus me just saying depressing shit back when a year ago if I were to make this. But yeah, man, that's my piece of advice. Smoke weed or find something to do that will occupy you to not be suicidal anymore. I understand that's a shitty situation. I've been through the same thing. So that's all you can really do unless you're given the luxury of being rich or something like that, where you can just take a trip to another country and you'd be fine. Okay, next question. Hey LB, my name is Charles. I recently turned 19. Been hitting up the clubs to smash some bitches, but having no luck. I don't know why it's so hard nowadays to bag a hoe. What's your advice? Yep, it's fucking difficult, man. I talk a lot about bagging hoes in my music, and I've had a lot of luck. I guess I would say it's a numbers game at the end of the day. I'm not gonna lie. You really have to put yourself out there, get comfortable with rejection, and if you get rejected a lot, it just like you jump to the next one. You know, don't be a dick about it. Like if a girl rejects you in a club, you know, let them know, hey, have a good night, off to the next one. There's a lot of fish in the sea, right? Some nights aren't good. Some nights I can bag a threesome. Some nights I cannot do shit. Like it sometimes if you're going out, you're just starting to go out and your first few nights aren't good, but you're just getting into the scene, don't take it personal, because it's not as easy as people make it sound, and people talk a lot of bullshit. So don't take it personal. And the game nowadays is too, like a lot of the females that go out, they aren't looking like guys. We go out, we're hunters. Let's not lie. When we're going out to the club, we're hunting. Otherwise, why are we there? To dance? Like, get the fuck out of here. But a lot of the girls there are just looking for that attention. Like, for me, where I come from, I see guys line up to talk to women. Like, line up to talk to women. To the point where the girls are sifting through the guys to who can pitch to talk to these women. That's not how it works. Don't be one of those. There's a difference between an alpha and a beta. That's a beta. All right, got a little cut off there, but I'm back. But I think the question was about bagging a hoe. And anyway, yeah, the game's rigged, bro. So still ticket first, little just play it as a numbers game. Okay, the next question, last question. It's gonna keep it short this episode. Make sure you send me your questions. Share it on my IG. Send me the DMs, and I'm gonna start screenshotting them and just like let me know if you don't want your name shown. But I'm just gonna screenshot them and put them here, so it looks more authentic that way. But all right, hey LB, first off, let me say I'm a big fan. I saw you at a show once in Vancouver and was impressed with your performance. I'm glad you were. Not many shows I've done. My question is, you talk a lot about coping with depression. I myself am going through what feels like a rainy day every day. How do you deal with your depression? I don't know if I touched base on it earlier or not, but dude, I smoke and drink to help with that. I'm not gonna lie. That is how I cope. Like, I don't know how to cope otherwise, because for me, every day is still a gray day. Like, I don't know. It's I don't know if it's like a chemical imbalance or if it's just from like just circumstances of the past. But it's very hard for my days to be good unless I'm like either pretty stoned or under the influence of something. But I don't know if I should be giving you that advice. I don't know how old you are, but I would say that the best thing to do would be, as I've said before in past points, is find something that makes it worth waking up every day to. For me, it was the music. Like, I write music. I enjoy putting out music, making these videos now to give you guys advice. My goal is I look forward to the day that I can start doing meet and greets and I could finally meet people and hear their stories of what interests them towards me, from just like, I could not imagine meeting a group of people from just writing raps in a dark room with a gin and tonic and a candle. Like, but my advice with dealing with that shit is just same thing, perspective. It's all about perspective. Just make sure that you're doing something every day that gets you out of bed, whether it's taking a walk, whether it's, if you like video games, like spending time playing video games, whether it's anything, honestly. You can go to an arcade and do Dance Dance Revolution. I don't know, whatever you like to do. Just do something every day and invest into that. Like, your mental health comes first before anything else. I know a lot of people are saving money and they're paying debts and all that shit. I am myself too. But make sure that your mental health comes first, because that shit's gonna get you from here to when you're in your 40s and 50s, and that's when it counts. That's when shit starts paying off. And right now, you just have to grind through it. And does it ever get better or does it go away? I don't know. Couldn't tell you. For me, no. But maybe you can figure out a way that it does for you, and then you're set, right? So that's going to be my advice for this week. I'm going to try to do these videos at least minimum of once a week, try to do them twice a week. It depends on how many DMs or emails I get. I have a couple more emails that I can do, but if y'all have any questions, let me know and share it with anyone who might need the advice. Until then,